and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. We do not have any citizens in for citizen concerns. Does anybody have anything from outside the meeting? No. Oh, let's do the election of the Township Board President and Secretary. So,
I nominate John as the board president.
who's gonna do you?
You want to be the secretary?
Dave, let's talk about this.
Dave, let's talk about this.
Let's do Tyler. Do you want? I'll nominate Tyler. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Do you accept?
I accept.
All right.
All right, so it's okay, Tyler's.
All right. What about secretary?
I nominate John.
Oh, all right.
I'll second that.
All right. I do not object. I will take it. What about financials? Do we do that one as well?
We have to do that at the end because we have to close this meeting and open that meeting.
Okay.
So we'll do that at the end. You want to switch seats?
You're gonna swap?
Oh my God.
Let's be formal.
Before.
Head of the table now.
I don't like how, no wonder it's so narrow right here, that's why. Let's see here. Do some approval of November's minutes. Do we have November's minutes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now I know why John, he didn't want to be directly on camera. It all makes sense now.
It all makes sense now.
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting. Yeah, November meeting notes.
I will second that. And do we have an update, let's see here, on trustees report as far as households help for November and December?
Well, in November we had 10, and December we had 11, and probably the reason we got real low on money this year. Center Point was draining us, because the people's, bills were so high, and they couldn't get out of it. It was just, but, we did have less the last couple months, and, so, but I'm sure if it's gonna be like today, it's picking up quickly now.
Is it good?
I think also let's slow down a little bit too, because other programs kicked in, like Energy Systems Program, Christmas programs, and things like that,
So there was a lot of giveaways going on in December too.
I know we've been relying heavily on the help of EAP as well to help cover some of the load.
Update on the cemetery, I see we had one bid received.
Next one, I think this one is, yeah, this is from, Sean Bruder. It is quite a bit lower, but he's only mowing twice a month instead of every week on a lot of them. So there would have to be, it'd have to be revised to reflect that.
Certain ones need to be mowed weekly.
And if we, I think if we notify him that if he does just double the bill and tell him this one needs to be mowed twice, this one needs to be mowed twice.
And he said that he would.
So I'll probably see him in a little bit.
But if he does that, it's gonna be quite a bit higher than what we pay Lawn Stars.
And we reached out to Travis for a bid.
Not yet.
Okay.
started, or, you know, it hasn't, last thing he did was the leaf cleanup at Baker Cemetery, so.
Yeah, leaf and debris,
Yeah.
limbs were falling out at one
Yeah,
too
hopefully he'll
bad.
get this turned in sometime, and we'll look at the
Yeah.
apples to apples, and get them
Yeah,
laid
trying to
out.
get them.
Decision on it, next meeting.
Hopefully, if everybody, I don't know when
Probably.
Travis likes to bid them.
I'll go try to get a hold of him tomorrow or something and see if he can bring in what he's, gonna charge. And then by next meeting, then
And I can get a hold of Sean and, or you can, John, whichever. you
I just
want.
need to know what cemeteries you're wanting bid more and how often and whatnot,
yeah,
so,
'cause I think right now, all but 2 of them get mowed every week.
okay.
In Lashbrook, he's got on there that it doesn't get mowed, but it is.
Cause he was arguing saying that, that he doesn't mow them every
Yeah,
week.
Haley mows them.
Some just once a month,
Yeah, there was a couple he was,
just,
well, no, Sean, I think, was saying he would only do some of them once a month, but I think all of these are all twice a month.
Yeah, they look like it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure these are just twice a month.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Lashbrook would have to be added, that's the one that's got the property with the horses, cause that one, we got cleared out and stuff, ready to get mowed for the season, so that one will have to be added.
Yeah,
You know, I would just get back with him and explain to
tell
him
him.
what you're wanting, and you know, you're gonna have Travis bid it this way,
Yeah,
and then have him rebid, and then Travis
that way
let him
they,
know the same thing,
yeah.
that way they're bidding exactly the same, and
yeah.
yeah,
there's no.
okay.
Carmen, do you have an update on fire territory?
Well, they got their new pumper truck and it's going, it's working.
We saw it go down the road today.
We saw us going with lights and siren down the road today, this afternoon. And I said, it's very nice, it's a lot nicer than that old 25-year-old when they had, yes.
They already have a meeting planned for January.
We had a December meeting, but it was just basically to,
Yeah, yeah.
do the claims or whatever.
Yeah,
That was all I really
and
did.
January's, I'm sure it's gonna be the same, because we haven't set a date yet. Or I haven't been notified of a date of it yet. But I'm sure it's gonna be on the third Thursday,
Monday.
third Monday of the month. Is usually when they have that meeting.
Updates for new business?
The $100's been opened up on the Gateway website. The $100 just your guys's, well, it's all of ours. It's the public notice of what our salaries are. So if you ever wanna know what anybody's, a public person, or even employee, cause it even has mine on there, what I get paid and everything. So employee, any government officer or elected, you can go look up their $100, it could be the mayor, it could be another township, whatever, you can go look and see how much they make. So, but that $100 due on January 31st every year, so I just have to get my payroll reports from Jennifer at Baker Tax and then fill out that form online and everything, and then it just gets loaded into the system, so. But it just tells you what everybody gets paid the year prior.
And what was the note about the state calling for townships to merge?
So this, ITA's been really pushing this, because they've been going to the state hall meetings at the State House and stuff. And this is the year that the state is calling for townships to merge. What the state really wants to happen is for the number of townships to probably go down by half of what we have right now, because we have way more townships than we have counties in the state. So they're really wanting to,
Condense.
yeah,
Well, there's some of them. The only problem with this is Ward's a big territory.
yeah,
It has 10
big county.
townships. It's a big county. And, you know, these little small towns need somebody they can get to immediately too. And I said, them are the ones that are gonna lose. I said, cause they're not gonna merge Ohio Township with somebody else. They got nothing, you know, on their plate right now.
It'd be nice if you could get 10 of the townships, 5 of them to merge into just 5. And then
Yeah.
maybe some of the smaller ones just merge into one bigger one, that's up here, and then maybe you just have like kind of a northern territory, a southern territory, and
Cause that's what we've
Do
been
they know what
thinking,
they're
the
gonna do
small, the smaller ones, we
Who
don't
makes
know.
that decision?
right now, the state is leaving it up to the townships to do it themselves, but if they don't do it themselves, they've already said we will
Yeah,
do it
they
for you.
will do it.
But this is gonna be the year that it needs to be taken seriously, cause they said they've given us plenty of time, they've been telling us to do this for years, probably the last 20 years they've been telling us to do this, and nobody's taken any action. Only a very select few townships have actually merged, and that's just come about in the last couple of years.
Mhm.
How do you go about merging? You just say, hey, we're gonna take you guys over?
There's a lot of legality to it. I know the Indiana Township Association has, of course, we have access to the Indiana Township lawyers and everything else. There's meetings that have to be had, there's lots of legality to it. You have to figure out who's gonna be the head of it, or you're gonna share that, and all that stuff. It's quite an undertaking, but it has been happening in the last couple of years. There's been,
Do we wanna be proactive and talk to like neighboring townships?
I
and
think
see
it's
what they
worth it.
think?
I do too.
I would think it would be worth it too, if we
I
could
mean-
if we could get them all even together,
And
so we could
just
talk about it,
then,
would be great.
I said, just that group get together, and if they would merge together. I said, because they know their townships,
Right,
Yeah.
and I said,
we don't know them as well as they do, and, how does that work with the funding? Now you're gonna take money away if you consolidate, or are they gonna, I don't know
Well,
how
No,
that
you're
works.
just
you
combining.
just combine it, I would think.
Well, 'cause you've got-
Some of these, it would help depending on what they need and what they've got.
Mhm.
It,
I mean-
it would definitely, because like some of them I know, they're so, right now there's several of them that are so small, that, they're only helping 3 to 4, maybe 5 people a year, because that's just how much they take. I'm sure that number has increased this year with all the center point and everything. But with us combining, like you said, it can only help because you have more funds, and then you have the ability to help more people then.
Kinda seem like we wanna do this before an election year, that way, at least, and you have a plan with the state that when this term's up,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever.
I think it would be looked, favorably if we were at least taking steps to say, hey, this is what we're doing right now. We're being, like you said, proactive, and this is what we're trying to do.
Cause will you stay with a 3-person board? Do you go to a 5-person board?
I'm not sure.
Cause
Well,
if
'cause it's
you
gonna-
start
it's a
doing that,
bigger area.
where does it stop though?
Yeah.
Look at your county council, it's all different districts, and everybody's represented, so you can't just have 3 from the central one, even if you're a MERT,
I know, there's a lot of,
I
there's a
think
lot of
that-
questions in the air about how that all works.
Yeah.
I'd
Because
rather
we're
be on
gonna
the
have
head
to
of
have
it
a-
than on the tail end.
But I don't want the state,
least
I
one
wouldn't want the
board
state
member
either to say,
from
hey,
each
you guys are
area.
gonna do it, we're gonna do
They
it
know
for
what's
you, so
going
we
on
want
in
these,
their area.
and these to merge, and these and these to merge, and,
Well, I guess to get with the Township Association lawyers and see what is the protocol.
Yeah.
What is the setup, whoever's done this, how does it work?
yeah.
Well,
And then we can approach, I don't even know if we legally approach them, or if you had, I don't even know who would do all that.
I know.
we've got a meeting the 22nd of this month,
For that reason.
The 13th is the financial training,
13th.
it's up Plainfield.
in Plainfield, and.
They'll be up there then.
Yeah,
Yeah, cause ITA is gonna be there.
yeah,
And I
next
would
week.
start just cramming information on how we do this and, just get
Yeah.
ahead of it.
Yeah,
If it's beneficial, if they feel it's beneficial to these smaller townships, then why wouldn't we?
mm-hmm,
And as long as you can keep, maybe you run 2 reps in out of each one of those instead of 3, and then you have a 6-person panel instead of a 3-person panel. It all depends on what the state
I mean,
says we're
the
about to
alternative is they just get rid of townships altogether, because that's what they really wanna do.
Yeah, they want township.
They want it to
money.
just go away.
They want the money back.
Their thought is there's already enough
do
programs out there that do exactly the same thing townships do, and they're not needed anymore.
Let's
So,
get ahead of it, and maybe we won't be the reason if they still do it.
I know, yeah, I agree. Let's see it
When
when,
we follow their guidelines, we do everything they need, and they try to cut our throats, then we have a leg to stand on.
yeah,
Because there's nobody else in here that does rent, gas, electric, and water.
No program does that
No,
as fast as we do, and with the guidelines that we have, we can do things pretty quickly, and we can overlook a lot of things and say, and be able to help. But there's a lot of programs out there, especially federal ones and stuff, and state ones, that they have so many legalities you have to go through, and then it takes forever for that to get approved. When you've got somebody sitting there with their lights shut off today, and they need it back on immediately, you know, they got kids in the home, it's cold outside, we're the only group that does that.
Yeah.
Like you said,
We
Chad
could-
may have a take on it too, to where he can help out pick up a small one or something to try to get it shipped in that way,
Mm-hmm,
you know.
yeah.
And I don't know how many we're expected to try to absorb and reorganize.
Yeah,
Be interesting.
yeah, yeah,
Cause you came from a smaller one,
Yeah,
correct?
it's cool.
So,
yeah.
you know, I didn't know how often you guys met and when your things were,
Every 6 months.
and see, this would continue to do it every month. I like it. I mean, it doesn't kill anybody to sit in there for an hour and a half, but then anybody that wants to show up and complain or ask for help or whatever, we're here. We can help. So,
Yeah. We'll see, we'll start the talks anyway and see where they go,
appreciate it.
yeah.
Old business, I don't know, last time we discussed the lease.
Okay, that sounds funny. So, we've already agreed to this term for, you know,
Till October this
yes,
year.
till October. So we're still at our same $400 a month. That's done. I did send them a laundry list of things that needed to be fixed. CBRE, which is who they use for their maintenance, came in and they fixed a bunch of stuff. Over last week, I sent them pictures of the water that was dripping from, it's all beaded up on the top of my window, and then it rains down. So I sent them pictures of that. So, of course, the lady that handles that stuff was on vacation or whatever with Christmas and all that stuff. So she contacted us today, and they're gonna actually come in, her and CBRE are gonna come in Thursday and do a walkthrough.
Well, we got new panels put up where the old
Yeah,
water
where the
stains
stained
are
one
gone.
was, they
We got
fixed the
our
light.
lights are all fixed in the
The light in the bathroom is fixed.
Wow.
When I went in there, I thought, my
The
God, you
sink
need
works.
your sunglasses in that
Yes.
bathroom now, it's so
I said,
bright.
what was sent into them, they started fixing it,
Good.
Yeah,
you know, because I said, you know, they've got to keep their end up too.
yeah.
Say good till about August, and they're like, well.
So
we'll
in
take that around.
August is when we'll start negotiating again, as far as like.
And I can
going forward.
understand, I said, I know the footage here that we have, and I can understand them wanting to go up some. In any place, you can't rent places for $400 a month. And I said, you know, but we don't wanna jump to $700 a month, 500 would be a lot better, and, you know.
Well, and I still plead the case too, that we're not here that often.
Yeah.
We're not even using that
We're
much.
3 day a week,
You
that's
know.
it,
What's the,
and some on
is this
Friday.
negotiated yearly or?
Well, we were in a term for 3 years at the beginning, and then every year after that, in August, they just say, hey, would you like to renew your lease for the same terms? And we would say, yeah, same terms, so that's just how it's gone for the since 2019.
Maybe negotiate like around that time, since it'll be pretty close to.
Yeah, I'm
maybe
sure.
Maybe a 4-year agreement.
And we are gonna go ahead and look at like other potential office spaces too, just so we can see what else is out there, compare it, see what the pricing is, what it offers versus what this offers, cause I'm not gonna lie, it would be nice if we had an office that was on the ground
Ground level.
and you didn't have to take the elevator that you don't know if it's gonna work or not. And the stairs are not always an option for everybody. I mean, we have a lot of disabled clients and stuff, you know, that can't necessarily take stairs so it would be nice to be
And
on
parking.
the ground.
You gotta kinda check your parking.
Yeah.
To see how far they gotta come to get in too.
Yeah.
Where here it is convenient,
Yeah.
but that elevator,
Little
big
slow.
bread,
Yeah.
cool enough.
No banking reports to approve,
Yeah.
we'll approve those in January.
Yeah.
next meeting?
In 22 minutes.
February.
And we got our banking thing.
Oh, I saw that on my desk.
Yeah.
Cool, they just came today.
Yeah.
Once I get that statement and stuff in, then we can start working on the
17th
annual
or
financial
sooner.
report.
I can do the 17th. Can you do the 17th?
17th of,
February.
fine.
Can you do the 17th of February?
It works for me. February 17th. We're working on updating our guidelines too, just updating like how much we pay towards cremation and like the income guidelines, cause that goes up every year. So I'll have that ready for you guys to approve at that meeting too. And then hopefully I'll have the annual financial report ready at that time too, cause that's due to the end of February, so I need to have that done for you guys to sign off on too by then. Lot goes on at the beginning of the year.
Have anything else to go over?
Mm-mm.
Make a motion to adjourn?
I second.
All in favor?
Yay!
Might as well leave it running, open meeting number 2.
Oh, that's right, I forgot.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay,
We have a new
finance
president.
meeting.
So we're gonna, make a motion to approve David for that?
For the, yes, president for the
Yes.
finance
President of
board.
finance.
Yeah, I'll nominate David.
Nominate.
Yeah. Do you accept the nomination?
He does, perfect.
All right.
And we don't have any investments we need to go over, so that's it.
We need to make another motion to adjourn? All right. I'll make that motion. Who wants to second?
Second.
David.
All in favor?
All right.
Oh, boy.